guys, welcome back to Haymanager. Today we're going to be talking about Donnarumma. Gianluigi Donnarumma, the AC Milan goalkeeper, who's been told, unfortunately, he won't be signing a long deal contract, or long-term contract should I say, with AC Milan. After starting with them at age 16, they've decided to get rid of him now. I think he's played near enough 40 games a season for them, so if you put that over a 6-year span, he's near enough played probably around about 240 games just in the league alone. Yeah, it's astonishing. That's just in the league. Never mind like Europa League, Coppa Italia's. I think they got Champions League this season, so it's astonishing. It's really astonishing. So I'll just put the graphic up on the screen right now so you can take a look at some of his stats over his last 6 years. When he started as a 16-year-old, he's turning 22 this year. It's astonishing. It's absolutely astonishing. So first year's 16 years of age. They put full faith into him. The AC Milan weren't having a fantastic season. Yeah, 30 matches played, 29 goals conceded, which is less than a goal a game just for a 16-year-old goalkeeper, which is a sensational sort of statistic in itself. 10 clean sheets, 78 saves, 72.9% save percentage. The guy's an absolute superstar. I think he's a superstar anyway. He's only 21. If you think about it, he's this good now. How good is he going to be in like 5 years' time? It reminds me of a young Buffon. If you look at the Parma days, obviously a little bit before my time, it's just a phenomenal sort of goalkeeper, and someone that he could have been a Milan legend. He could have been, he's only 21 now. Over 6 years, he's played near enough 280 games for them or something like that. Looking at him going for at least another 12 years perhaps, until 33. He could possibly, and I think if he plays every single game, go for like 900 games for AC Milan, which would have been phenomenal to see. Really, really cool to see these one sort of team players stick out and really do well. And even if he went until, like, let's say he went until his 38 or something, you could see him play over 1,000 games for AC Milan. 1,000 games if he can keep his fitness, that'd be an absolute sensation. But yeah, second year, 38 games. As you can see here, very consistent player, no injuries. Plays a lot of games. You can see straight across. We'll go from left to right, why not? 38 games, 36, 36, 37. Played a lot of games. And I think he only missed out a few games because literally you're playing a lot of games through the Coppa Italia's and the Italian Cup. You need to try and rotate out your keeper every so often. And I think they did that during those games. So it's sensational that he keeps it up. And then you look at goals conceded. So AC Milan during the early days, they went through a bit of a tough patch. Napoli sort of went above them. You see Atalanta doing it quite a lot now, where there's quite a battle towards the top of the Serie A at the moment between who's going to finish like top 4, whatnot. So in 16-17, AC Milan not doing too well, conceding 45 goals. I won't put that so much on the goalkeeper. As you can see here, 12 clean sheets still, 144 saves, 78.8% save percentage as a 17-year-old. Then as an 18-year-old, 38 games again, conceded less goals, 12 clean sheets, 92 saves, 69.5% save percentage. 18-19 season, 36 matches played, 32 goals conceded, which is very, very good, but less clean sheets. So I assume a lot more sort of goals conceded across games rather than keeping clean sheets in particular games. 94 saves, so as you can see as well, the amount of saves he makes, very consistent, and he's starting to sort of level out as a goalkeeper, as you can see, towards the save percentage. So you can sort of see he's around a 72-73% save percentage goalkeeper a season. He's going to make you around about 90 or 100 saves a season. Clean sheets wise, he's going to at least get you 14 per season, which is very good. 12, I'd say 12 per season. Goals conceded, you're looking at conceding around about 38, I'd say it averages around 38-40 goals. But you're looking at someone who's going to play every single game every season, and for me, he is an absolute brilliant player. I think he's one of the top talents in the whole of the goalkeeping scene at the moment. You look at De Gea falling off a lot. Edouard Mendy's come up very, very, he's a very good player at the moment for Chelsea. He set a record in the Champions League, I believe, but not like an outstanding goalkeeper. It's more like the setup and the defensive line and everything. You've seen Edouard Mendy make a few mistakes in his time at Chelsea already. Then you look at, say, for example, Alisson, fantastic goalkeeper, but conceding a lot still, can't really dominate in that sense. Ederson's a fantastic goalkeeper. He stands out as a great goalkeeper, but no one really like Donnarumma in the world at the moment. Someone who has a bit of everything, and I'll show you why he has a bit of everything. So on the screen now, I've got the comparisons between probably some of the top league teams that should be looking at him or are looking at him. So at the moment, you've got PSG looking to sign him for a long-term deal. Then you've got Juventus who are looking to sign him for a long-term deal, and Barcelona who are considering signing him for a long-term deal, seeing Andre ter Stegen possibly move on towards maybe Dortmund next year, something like that. That's the idea that Barcelona are going for. This like free contract rebuild where they have just signing fees and they just pay the players the wages. It's a good concept for Barcelona. So PSG have Navas at the moment. If you compare him to him, Navas having conceded a lot less goals, but you're looking at the league, very easy league. But saves wise, he's a lot less saves to make, a higher clean sheet record. But as you can see here, the conceding the goals isn't the difficulty here, because he's actually winning a lot more games, Donnarumma, as you can see there. And then penalties wise, you could probably compare him to a Keylor Navas in a way, but he's played 8 more games, which is probably showing why he's conceded quite a lot more goals, but he's made more saves, which is astonishing. 90 saves again. It's a weird one. And then Szczesny, to compare him to him, 30 starts for Szczesny, 32 goals conceded. You could probably compare them pretty well here because they're in the same league. He's only played 7 games less. And you look at that save percentage, look at the amount of saves that Szczesny made is actually not fantastic, 67. Only 17.5% save percentage as well. Penalties, he saved the same amount of penalties as him, but obviously Szczesny saved 2 in 6, and then 2 in 4, sorry? I think it's 2 in 4. Oh no, it's 2 in 4 that the free kicks have been allowed. 1 in 2 for Donnarumma. Then ter Stegen at Barcelona, this is the big one. So I would compare him most likely to this ter Stegen because he has had a very similar season to ter Stegen. Ter Stegen missed out 6 games though in comparison to the Donnarumma's 37 ways. He's fallen off a bit there, but the same amount of goals conceded. Goals against per 90, it's the exact same. Shots on target attempt against, a lot more for Donnarumma and a lot more saves. So around about the same save percentage. You're probably looking at the same record. Just a little bit better clean sheet percentage for Donnarumma. And then penalties wise, Donnarumma's much better. Then De Gea. De Gea's outstanding. If you compare Donnarumma to De Gea, De Gea's played 11 less games but conceded 6 less goals, which is an outstanding one. Much lower save percentage. The clean sheet record isn't there. Penalties wise, he's faced 4 penalties, De Gea, 0 saves. It's not a fantastic record for De Gea, and that's why I think Manchester United, if they didn't have Dean Henderson, who they're going to put the full faith in, I'd probably go for Donnarumma. He's an absolute superstar, and I think he could stay for years and years. It's just whether or not how much you're willing to pay a goalkeeper of that calibre to be here in that role. And Courtois, he compares to Courtois pretty well. Courtois obviously at Real Madrid, only conceding 28 goals, which is 10 less. Around the same record, I'd say. Clean sheet percentage by far is much, much better. And then penalties saved, not fantastic. He's faced 7, saved 2, which isn't too bad. It's not too bad, but yeah, same amount of saves, but looking at the shots on target again, it's 111. It's about 14 more for Donnarumma, but same amount of saves. So the save percentage is always going to be higher for Courtois. Courtois, a sensational talent. I don't think he's probably going to leave. If you look at how old he is, I wouldn't replace Courtois just yet. You need to focus elsewhere, and Donnarumma probably deserves a starting role. Advanced goalkeeping. So this is where you can see what sort of goalkeeper they're like. So goals against, as you can see here, penalty kicks allowed, free kicks, goals against. This is the big one, corner kick goals against. Now, whether or not you want to blame that on the defenders in front of him, I wouldn't do so. I think Donnarumma probably just isn't that fantastic coming out just yet. 21, still a bit naive to where the ball's going to come out. Probably that's an area that he can probably strengthen himself in. But then you go forward, look, he's very good at expected. So like his post-shot expected goals minus goals allowed. So this is where better luck or an average ability to stop shots. So he's obviously much better in that region. Same with Navas, same with Courtois, better at shot stopping basically. That's the one that you're looking at. Then launch passes, completed passes. It's just whether or not he's accurate when launching them balls. He's around the same as De Gea, much better than Courtois, but not up to the standard of like your Navas, Szczesny's and ter Stegen's, who are all like veterans of the game compared to Donnarumma. But then passes itself, a lot of passes. 1,026 passes, nearly double that of Navas, which shows how much they are confident to go back to Donnarumma and how much he can sort of take control of the situation. Goal kicks, crosses, he stops a lot of crosses, 335 opponent crosses, 29 stopped, 8.7% stopped, which is pretty high to be honest. But then here, this is the main one, sweeper keeper. So he comes out 22 times he's performed defensive actions outside the box, so he's quick off his line. That's about 0.59 per 90. So around every other game he's coming out of his box. And the average distance is coming quite far. So I think Donnarumma, for myself, he's got a bit of everything. The only thing that you could compare him to badly is his corner kick goals against. Now, whether or not that's because he's in the Italian league, it's a bit different. But you see here, Szczesny only 4. Whether or not that might be his back line in front of him, like your Tomori's, your I think it's Mancini as well, but I think he might play for Roma. But yeah, Tomori and people like that in his defence, you could probably argue it might be that. But I think more than likely, it's just he's not capable in that area yet. But everywhere else, his shot stopping ability is fantastic. His passing reliability coming back is absolutely phenomenal. Goal kicks, as you can see, launched there, great length, and they can launch them miles. Same with Courtois, same with Ederson. Crosses, he's confident to come out and stop crosses. And sweeper-wise, he comes out a lot of his box. He's quick to the ball, he's fast, and that's why I think he should definitely be snatched up by anyone who is in the market for a goalkeeper this year. So yeah, I hope you did enjoy this video. Just like a quick breakdown on what I think Donnarumma should do and how great he is as a keeper, why he's being a bit disrespected in my opinion anyway. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know down below where you think he'll end up. I think he'll end up probably at PSG. But there's still a bit of hope in my heart. He stays at Milan, perhaps. That whether or not he does, I can't see it happening. It's a shame. It's such a shame that all the people like the Paolo Maldinis and the Nestas don't really. I don't know. It might be a bit of jealousy that this man is absolutely phenomenal, and he could be another one that can break their records. It might be a bit of that, but I'd love to see him at any English club, maybe even Manchester United. I think he's probably one of the best goalkeepers in the world, to be as well. He can be much better than what he is at the moment at the it's an early age of 21. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Hope you did enjoy the video. As I said, leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Ciao.